Alright, so here we go, guys. I actually ran up on this one. This is like number 3, but I didn't pick up the thing. It looks like someone else might have, though. Let's see what's in here. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Free. Free, guys, just for getting this. Welcome back to the Chaos. I am ChaosEclipse. Today we are going to be getting the last two skill lines for our character. So we need to find a way shrine. These are quote unquote the last two. There are 3 other ones that we will have to do at a later point in time. One of them we'll probably never get, so let me at least go over those right now. Before we do, we are going to go over here. So the one that we're looking for now is Undaunted. This one is going to be the tavern of whoever your main town is. So if you guys selected Aldmeri Dominion, you're going to be going to Auridian, which is I don't even know their area. Actually, Aldmeri Dominion is down here. That's elsewhere. That's not it. That's Cyrodiil. That's getting into the other place. Green Shade. There it is. So you're going to go here for Aldmeri Dominion, and you're looking for someone named the Vukel Guard. So you'll be, actually I guess this is the Vukel Guard place, so that's not a person, and you'll go to the tavern. Look for a person in there talking about the Undaunted. For Daggerfall Covenant, you will be going to Glenumbra, which is one of these. Here it is, Glenumbra. Same thing. You'll be going to the main town here, which is Daggerfall, and you'll be going to the tavern, which is right there. And once again, just look for someone that is talking about the Undaunted. And last but not least is Ebonheart Pact. We are located in Stone Falls, and we're going to go back to the place where we've been going, Davenhart Watch, and we're going to go to the tavern, the one down here. There is another one up here. We're going to go down to the one here called the Fish Stink. Yes, it's called the Fish Stink. So let's go ahead and jump in here. Come over here, and we're just going to pick that one there. And it's going to ask you to do, I believe, one of the dungeons. More than likely it's going to be Fungal Grotto. You do have to be level 10 in order to get this one. So make sure that you guys are level 10. Before we do that, let's grab our daily. And I haven't shown you guys that. It's been giving me crates, so if you do get a crate, you can actually go to the crown store, go to crates. This is a guy that will open up your crate for you. Just hit open. Make sure you're not spending anything. He'll throw you 4 cards. If you get a 5th one, most of the time it's a mount or something pretty cool. You can just flip them over. I did this one last because it's blue and I like the suspense. Hey, look at that. We got an adornment. It's nothing special. It's just a headpiece. So I'm going to hit circle. I don't like any of this stuff. This one here, I'll probably keep, the Gold Coast Experience Scroll. I haven't went over those, but they basically give you extra experience when you're actually doing quests and stuff. I would say to hold on to those, at least for now, if you're not doing quests, if you're still running around getting the skill lines. And I'll show you why in just a second. But if we hit circle, just to exit out of there, you can see down at the bottom it says gem extraction. So we're going to hit triangle. Everything that you can get gems from will pop up in here. I'm keeping the experience scroll. Like I said, I'm also keeping the crown mimic stone. Those you can trade if you want, but they do come in handy for crafting. It just depends on if you're going to be doing crafting. This is poison. I don't ever use poison, so I'm going to hit triangle on this to extract the crown gems from them. So it's going to get rid of the item. We're going to hit triangle. We're going to hit yes. It's going to give us literally just 1 crown gem. Same thing with this. This is not a bad item to keep if you are using stamina, but you only have one of them, and it's, I mean, it'll last an hour, but
really enjoys those
there's
small
foods that do the
flatbreads
same
baked by
thing.
the
So
high
I'm gonna go
elves.
ahead and get rid
They
of
are
it
like
as well.
tiny edible.
And yes, we got one other crown, and that's it. So these here we're keeping. If you look on the right side, it says you gain 50 experience bonus for all sources for 1 hour. That's why I said hold on to them until you're done with getting the skill lines, because if you're not doing anything, it's just going to go to waste. If you're actually doing a quest for an hour, or you plan on at least playing for an hour, that's when you can use them. If you're doing a dungeon that you think might take an hour, that's when you can do them. We might do a dungeon today. I think it does make you go into one, but we're still not going to use it because most of the time, well, I don't think the dungeon is going to take an hour. We'll just put it that way. So we'll exit out of here.
Goodbye, my friend.
We got our daily for the day. We're going to come over here. We're going to level up our mount for the day. And like I said, a lot of this is daily stuff. If you guys don't want to do this stuff, you don't have to. This is just stuff that I would suggest doing every day, because the higher level you have with stuff, the more appreciative you're going to be in the future. Don't forget to do your daily writs as well. If you're into crafting, obviously if you're not into crafting, don't even worry about it. Believe it or not, some people don't do crafting. Some people just buy stuff from the auction house, so you don't have to worry about it if that's you. But yeah, so that's all the daily stuff for now. There is other daily stuff that you'll get later on. A lot of people literally just log on, they do their daily stuff, and they log off. I'm not saying to play that way, because the game will get very boring if you're playing that way. Unless you're trying to hit a certain thing. You know what? We did forget something though with the crafting. We need to make sure that we are researching at all times. That is the best way to maximize that. So we're going to run back over here real quick. So we're just going to go to each one just real quick. Go straight to research. I have one thing to research here. I'm not even going to look at anything else. I'm going to research that. Run over here to blacksmithing. Look for something to research. Hey, there's already one right there. Go ahead and do that one. And our woodworking. Right here. Research. And we will do restoration staff, sure. There we go. Look at that. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to do anything. If you want to make sure that you're picking the right stuff, go ahead and take your time with it. But I'm not worried about it. Like, I have other characters that have the stuff on it already. So this is the area down here. That place right there, that building right there, is the tavern. We're gonna come in here. Should hear someone talking about being undaunted. That's not the tavern. Where's the tavern? It's up over there. I was like, that's not the tavern. Yeah, it's up over here. Sorry, guys. So when you come downstairs, you'll turn immediately to the right. Here's the tavern. Let's see who we got here. Probably the one with the mission. We're not talking about being undaunted, but we're going to click on him.
By the divines, the ale service
looking for a fight, sure.
ugly
Hey, look at that.
Right?
One of the undaunted.
Well then, a league of like-minded. You sure?
Not afraid. Goodbye.
Good.
Okay, so he gave us a quest to do.
Look,
Yep, and it's the fungal grotto. And look at that, we already got the skill line. So we even have to do the fungal grotto. So we can go to skills. You can see here you have the undaunted now, which is right there. This will give you actual skills that you can use. Some of these are actually pretty cool. I've used the blood altar before, and I've used trapping webs before, and actually bone shield. And then you have two passives, of course, which don't look bad at all. This one increases your max health and stamina by 1% per type of armor. So you can get a max of up to 3%, because you can wear one light, one medium, one heavy. That will give you your 1% per each. Our current bonus is 3%, so that means we're already wearing one heavy, one light, and one medium. And of course, when you upgrade it again, that will give you a second one. in order to level this up, you do have to do the dungeons. That's the only way to level the Undaunted up. But we are going to cancel that mission, though. What else do I have in here? Major adornments. Oh, that's the... No, I don't want it. I don't want to wear it. Turn it, take it off. There we go.
Doesn't anybody want to hear my funny story?
I don't even remember what I was saying.
Look,
We're
I've
going
got
to
clean
cancel
socks.
the quest, though, because we don't have to do it. So, options, abandon, abandon. There we go. Alright, and then the other place we are going to, this one does require you to have a DLC. It is the Psijic Order. So the Psijic Order, we have to go to Artaeum, which I believe is in Somerset. It is the Somerset DLC. So we're going to come this way. And like I said, guys, in all the previous videos as well, play the game how you want. I'm not telling you guys you need to do any of this. Some of this stuff you don't even have, because if you don't have the DLCs, you won't have a lot of these skill lines. But I suggest getting them along the way, or not along the way. I suggest getting them up front, because you'll just level them unknowingly, and you won't have to really worry about it in the future. But it is something that I would suggest doing up front. This is Somerset down here. You can come to this way shrine here, which is called Shimmerine Way Shrine.
Let the cat fight those monsters.
And then
I'm getting out of here. The island
this is the
sprung a
quest
leak.
we need to
Run!
do. Yeah, it says to do their main quest, so I do think it is this one. This one is probably going to take a really long time to get.
First, the Queen issues a decree that changes. Suddenly, the ground opens.
Okay. And I'm running, guys, on foot because it does feel faster than using my my mount.
Have you ever seen such creatures? Ask some questions. While you ask questions around the city, Raz can take care of.
Cool. So they want us to go and question people. Obviously, take your time with the different people and everything, guys. If you guys want to learn more about the story, if you guys are all about the lore in the game, make sure that you're actually taking your time with it. I'm not telling you to rush through it, but I've played through it a couple times. I don't even know the story anymore, just because of how much I've ignored it now.
They told me.
But I would suggest at least listening to the people and everything. It is a pretty decent story. Let's see if our mount is faster. It feels about the same. I think that little extra speed we did today is probably about the same. It feels a tiny bit slower, but I think it's just the animation. Speed-wise, it feels the same. But he can also, or the Lioness can also sprint longer than we can. I think we already been out of stamina by now. Oh wow, I thought that was a person there. Says they're in this area. Oh, right there. The bags. Oh, they're dead. Hey. Okay. Also, I'd never mentioned this. One of the things you guys may want to do as well is practice, what is it called? I don't even know what they call it anymore. It's like attack weaving, I think is what they call it. Light attack weaving. Basically, when you're doing... I'll show you guys. Give me a minute. Wait till we find something else to attack real quick. So, if you look down... Never mind, because there's nothing to attack right here. And do you guys see what I see at the top of the screen there? Other than the quest, there's also a crafting thing in this area that we talked about before. So I would suggest going and unlocking that real quick.
Newcomer in the Summers.
So over here, you can see at the top, right there, looks like we have the Shimmering Dockworks. This is one of those things that, like I said, it will give you a set. So we did discover it. Let's see what the set is real quick. So if we go to creation, you can see there it is called the Adept Rider set. So it'll give you for 2 armor, 3 will give you armor, 4 will give you max health, and then 5 will give you major gallop and major expedition at all times, increasing your movement speed and mount speed by 30%. That actually might not be bad to use while you're leveling. But this is what I was talking about. So if you look over on the left, where the red part is, it says research 2 more traits to unlock this. So that means I can't even craft this unless I learn 2 more traits. Now keep in mind there are 4 options up at the top. It says set weapons, set apparels, weapons, and apparel. So weapons and apparel, that's just using the bench like normal. Set weapons and set apparel is how you actually craft the stuff. So just keep that in mind, because you'll come to one and be like, oh, I can craft this. Just make sure you're on the right one before you start crafting stuff. There's been too many times where I will craft an item and I'm like, I'm good now. I created the set and then I'm just missing a piece. I'm like, what happened? I go back and look, and it's because one of the set things I didn't do right. I just made a regular piece of armor. And it made me mad because I already upgraded it and everything else without looking. It will happen to you too. I don't care what you say. It will. Oh look, here's an item. Hey, what did we get? Look at that, lore book discovered. Keep your eyes peeled at all times, guys. All times. I don't know if we can go up through here, but we're gonna look and see, because I think it might be up this way. It actually might still be outside. It's alright. We'll get over there.
This is unheard of. Why have you closed the monastery?
Such anger. Raz admires.
Into the monastery.
But
Got
the
it.
workers I hired, they were aboard the ship from Rivenspire.
The kin lady and I, we have only your best interests in mind.
Jesus, that dude talks loud. I can hear him from way over here. Probably up this way.
You there? I have a... Damn it, why won't this work?
Did you see a golden knight?
I did.
I have no idea what that was, and I'm not sure I want
That's
to
actually
know.
a major part of the story from what I remember.
Sentry. Raz owes you for that game of cards and has come to pay.
Nice. Good job distracting him, dude.
Well, I
Appreciate
don't
it.
recall any... you say I won some gold?
Alright, and then once we're in here, it looks like we just need to look at a few things. So we're going to come over here, we're going to grab this. We're going to check this bookshelf that we ran past. Never mind, that's a wardrobe. I'm not trying to steal items. Hey, here's some bookshelves. Okay, I think that's all one bookshelf. Sometimes it's actually broken up into 3, even though it looks like one. You can tell by slowly moving over it, and the bookshelf word will go away, and then it'll come back. It looks like it's all just one. And I'm just doing this just to see if we're learning any lore books or anything, but it looks like there's nothing. Oops. Check the picture. Oh,
No, not now,
I thought it was a
please.
picture.
You'll
Guess
have
not.
to ask one of... Again? The monastery.
And then the last thing is over here. Okay. What else? Investigate the monastery.
You belong on the other side of that door.
You're right, I do. Oh, it says above, so we need to go up the stairs. just saw stairs going down. How do you go up? Are they? Oh yeah, behind the wall. Bookshelves, lots of them. Look at that, jewel crafting increase. I'm telling you guys, read the bookshelves. Read the bookshelves. You don't even have to flip through the pages or anything. Just click on them, exit, and go. We'll come back there because I want to read the rest of these bookshelves.
This isn't the town square. Move along.
And of course, there's no other bookshelves to read. Okay. So back in here, we'll do the bookshelves first. Whoops. A little too fast. Alright. Oops. And right there. Okay.
Unusual knick-knack for an Aldark's office, wouldn't you agree?
Yeah. Who are you?
I noticed you skulking around while I was engaged in some skulking of my own.
Okay.
I suppose the sequestered newcomers. I came to find out what happened to a friend.
Okay.
Interesting. I've never seen anything quite like it. The sentry doesn't appear to have stalked you, so I could ask you. That's the question, my cautious friend.
Okay. Meet her in the Undercroft.
A
It's down here.
curious pearl. I wonder where the Aldark acquired it. Probably not important.
She's still talking.
And we can see what's going on. Something's wrong down here. I sense magic. Vile magic.
Magic, huh?
Cages.
Free the prisoner.
These people did nothing to deserve such treatment. There's someone alive over there. See if you can help her.
You're right. Let's free the prisoner.
Thank the divine. It's a night.
Is that a scoffin?
This coffin?
Thank you for setting me free.
A Daedra. Here? And that's a scoffin, if I remember my Daedric recitations correctly. Very curious.
Okay.
An excellent question. And one I hope to find the answer to.
Okay.
Then I suggest I'll explain everything later. For now, we need to hurry.
More newcomers? Unfortunately, the magic only affects those who have been prepared. But never fear, your turn will come.
So this is what I was talking about by light attack weaving. So if you look in the... Oh, it's gonna work. Okay, it didn't kill him. Sweet. Okay, so give me a second here. I'm gonna do this on purpose. So you see down in the bottom right, my ultimate is only at 9. When you're doing ability attacks like this, you can see it's not raising. For you to actually raise it, you have to do a heavy attack or a light attack. So my suggestion is to do an ability and then do a light attack. And then do an ability and a light attack. It's the only way to get... Doing the light attacks is the only way to get your ability to raise. Or your ultimate to raise. Well, light and heavy attacks. But I would get used to it. So, look, that's an ability. Wait. So it ticks on its own once you do a light attack. So give me a second. Wait for it to stop ticking. Okay. No, why is it still going? I think I did a lot of light attacks. It's gonna pull up all the way. Alright, well, okay, so it's at 0. So if I do an ability, nothing. If I do this ability, nothing. If I do this ability, nothing. One light attack will give you 9 ticks, 7 ticks, something like that. It'll give you 3 points per tick.
Come on.
So it should stop at 27. There you go. Yeah. So you'll want to do an ability and then you'll do a light attack. So my spammable ability is my square button. So before we go out there with her, we're going to take a look here. This is the one that I spam. I'm not telling you to spam this one. This is just the one that I'm used to. To slash an enemy dealing 5,246 damage, magic damage. So I hit them with this, and then from there I do a light attack, and then I hit them with that again, do a light attack again. My closer, like to close distance, is triangle, which is my teleport strike, and then I have other ones that will heal me, stuff like that. So escape the Undercroft. So this is my closing one. Usually that's for like if they're running away and stuff. Obviously it's not always a thing, but it just depends on the type of character you're playing, who you're playing with, all that stuff. Hey, look at that, we're leveling the fighters guild. We're also getting Daedra hearts. Actually, so that's how you level the fighters guild. It has to be Daedra kills, or you have to be using their abilities with the fighters guild. Which, like I said, that is a good reason to get one of these skills early on, because obviously you're going to be fighting Daedra along the way. Hey, all done. Let's get out of here. Ooh, free stuff. I know, there was a whole bunch of free stuff I missed back there. Whole bunch of it. Okay, do we need to talk with them? No.
Living on Arteum for a few centuries doesn't prepare you for physical activity.
Okay, so we need to go back and talk with Razum Dar. I think that's the Khajiit that we were talking with in the beginning. Looks like he's inside here. He's above. There he is.
Ah. There was a Kinley.
Okay. So we need to attend the meeting, the Kin Ladies meeting. And don't worry about it, you guys are going to get confused running through these places. I still get confused. I've just been lucky every time right now. I'm going the right way. I think for the most part it's because I know that what seems like should be a straight line isn't. Normally if it looks like it's a straight line, they probably want you to go around. So I usually just go around. And so far I've been right every time.
Yes?
What?
Yes? And who might... The kin lady is... Yes.
Oh. Oh, he was putting on his clothes. I look different now.
We all have concerns
we got an
regarding the
outfit
Queen's
somewhere along
decree.
the way.
I assure you that I am working with all Dark Takala to safeguard the sanctity of Shimmerine and all of Somerset.
Enjoy the food and drink. Business of the city requires my attention, but I shall rejoin you shortly.
I'm assuming I probably need to follow her and talk with her. We have an optional one here. We can talk with him first. Let's do that.
How...
Okay.
I suddenly remembered some business I need to deal with as well.
I don't know if that gives us extra XP or not, but sometimes you can get items out of that, so that's why I did the optional first. There's one above.
How dare you barge into my home without so much as a bio leave? No.
Cool. Okay, now...
My lady, one of the monks said to deliver this message. It's from the Oldark himself.
The Coral Forest. An odd location for a meeting, but I need to hear the Oldark's explanation.
I was like, come on, I'm not gonna jump over it. I could have just ran downstairs. They were right there, but, you know. Not her. Not her.
Mara, help me.
No.
Mara, help me find my son.
Mara will help you. I need to help someone else.
Psst. The Coral Forest.
Alright, our outfit's gone.
I'm glad I found you.
Oh.
While watching the King Lady's mansion, I saw her ladyship sneak out the back and leave the city.
The King Lady is meeting the Oldark in the Coral Forest. Raz smells something, and it isn't
the Coral
moon sugar
Forest.
biscuits.
Your reputation precedes you, Eye of the Queen. I am Valserine of the Psijic Order.
I'm not gonna jump down in the water there. I think we need to run all the way over there. That's probably far. I don't know how far. Let me see if we can take a way shrine. No. Oh, that's gonna hurt. We're still alive. We're good. We're good. Alright, just follow the road. Oh, and it looks like we're already close to it. Off to the left a bit. Do we attract it or no? No? Okay. I thought we can get that plant. Run between them. And right here somewhere? Oh, I thought this was the person that we were going to have to talk to. That's why I ran over. That's a big salamander. There she is.
Based on...
Okay. Search the Coral Forest. What are we searching for? Oh no. Okay. Oh, there's a mini boss here. It's like some kind of thunder lizard, I think. There's also a way shrine that way. Yeah. It wants us to go directly this way.
Murder! That wasn't part of the plan, Oldark!
You know nothing of the plan, you fool. Let me give you a taste of what the Prince of Bargains has in store for this pitiful world.
Your prince! I want no part of Daedra! Help!
It's funny, it sounds like he's right here, but I think it's the one that's out there. This guy. Confront him. Boom. Confronted.
Come, Yagra! Destroy these fools!
Yeah, destroy me. I dare you. Hey, look at that. We got a lead for our scrying. Boom. Destroyed the crystal. Okay, she's over here. Okay.
One more adjustment and
Another one is talk to
you are
Rasengar,
now attuned.
which is back this
Find
way.
me on Artaeum after you finish with the Eye of the Queen.
And before we go that way, we're going to come over here and grab the way shrine. Run around them. Right up here. Okay, we got the way shrine, so now let's go back this way. There he is right there.
Ah, 5 Queen Irene. Then you
Treat me like some sort of criminal, you horrid creature.
Yep, you are a criminal.
Have you come?
Okay, what now? Travel to Artaeum. Okay, so we're going to come over here. We're going to go to the way shrine. Oh, did I aggro them? No. Okay. Okay, so where's Artaeum? Oh, it's not a place I can go through the way shrine yet. Okay. So the first time to go into Artaeum, you do have to use a portal. I think once you go there, I think there's a way shrine that you can unlock that way. Or no, it's not a portal. I think we're going to a boat. I said portal because the whole thing with Psijic Order is they use portals. I don't think I've ever seen that animation on a little goat or deer just galloping along. Oh, come on, man. I just want this. Oops, there we go. So jute, if you don't know what it is, this is how you do your medium leather. At least your starter medium leather. Later on, for other medium leather that are higher levels, you'll get actual leather. I don't know why it's a plant. I don't know if that's actually really a thing or not. I don't know how that works. Okay. I don't want to fight you. I think I aggroed that one. I ran really close to him. Probably up this way. Oh, you know what? I think it is a portal. It is. Hey, portals are taken. I think it's called Artaeum. That's what it looks like. Okay, so once we're here, so there's it looks like there was one. Where's that? Oh, it's on the outside. Okay. Okay. Alright, there's also this here that we can go grab real quick. Let's do that. This is also the place that people will come to level up their scrying. The reason for it is because there's not very many enemies here. And, I mean, there is, but not like a lot of them. Let's see, what is this one? Slowed semblance set. So it looks like it's max magic, max stamina, max spell damage. Damaging an enemy has 10% chance. Fire a Shadow Pearl at them, dealing 3% of the target's max health. Has oblivion damage every 1 second for 6 seconds. The Shadow Pearl cannot be reflected. Effect can occur every 6 seconds. This can deal a maximum of 1709 oblivion damage per tick. Well, that's dumb. So even if you're fighting someone that's very strong, it's only do 1709 times 6. So it's like, I don't know, 7 or 8,000 roughly. I mean, it's not bad, but so the whole reason for it is because like the only usable space in this area, like all this is like indoors, like it's like into a cave and stuff like that. So the only place is like basically this triangle right here. And this area, because of how small it is, if you start your scrying here, it doesn't take you that long to get across the map. It doesn't take, sorry, that distracted me. It doesn't take you that long to get across the map, and usually even if you have like 2 dig sites or whatever, it'll still just go really quick. So people come here to usually level their scrying. That's probably what half these people here are doing right now. Other than that, this place isn't really much unless you're coming here for the skill line. Alright, and then we can come over here. And I will be honest with you guys, I don't use this skill line too much. But like I said, it is still something that I think you guys should grab. I think we're close to getting it. It's going to take a second still,
I don't know whether to be grateful.
What a rare honor Valcerin bestowed upon you.
Now?
Only a select
About
few,
41 minutes.
Indeed. But not until we finish studying the pearl. The next step involves a thorough... While I head inside to begin the augury.
Okay, so this is the one that will give us the skill line, but of course we had to do everything else prior to do this. So now we need to go in here. Alright guys, so just to recap, we did the Undaunted skill line, and now we are working on the Psijic Order skill line. A couple things that are probably going to be out of the video that I think I went over afterwards. I'll explain what I'm talking about in just a second. But, so first thing is if you hold down on the D-pad, once again, before I say that, once again, I am on PS5. If you hold down on the D-pad and you use your right stick, you can actually zoom out further than the game, which I think has you about right here. So I did zoom out to about right here. The other thing is if you come here, we did find the Artaeum Craftworks, and if you look on the left side, the third symbol down, that little torch you see there, it says 4 of 6. That means that we have done 4 delves. That symbol, the little torch, those delves have sky shards in them, at least 1 guaranteed. So when you're going through a delve, it's like a little dungeon. It's open world. Anyone can go in at any time. You'll see other players in there. Doesn't necessarily mean they're in your party or anything like that. Anyone can run through there. The mobs respawn all the time. The little bosses in there respawn all the time. Just make sure you grab the sky shard in there. So, you guys are probably wondering why the abrupt changing of scenery and the story basically changing, well, not the story, but just the way that the video was going. So I was under the impression that you had to do the storyline, which we were doing. I ended the video where we got to the place we are now, which is the Artaeum area. I believe it's just called Artaeum. Yeah, at the top there you can see it says Artaeum. So once you come to Artaeum, you'll have access to this over here. You may have to talk with someone outside first, but you will have access to this place here where you can, it says it's a portal to Sephora Tower. This is all you need. You don't have to keep doing the storyline. I was going on about 2.5 hours of the video, and I had to go to work, so I had to end the video, which is why I'm back now. But while I was at work, I had time to do a little bit of research myself. I wanted to see how close I was to actually getting the Psijic Order skill line, and I was way off. So still do the Undaunted the way you did it. When you come to the Psijic Order, once you have access to Artaeum, the only thing you need to do is you come right in here to the Sephora Tower, and you can end the quest line once you're in this place. The quest you're looking for is given by this guy right here, Lore Master Celerus.
Friend of Valcerin,
talk with him.
Tranquil greetings. The right. Eager. The first cluster of time breaches appeared on the Isle of Somerset.
Okay, so it just says the Psijic calling. This is the only quest that we have to do, if I'm not mistaken. So we talk with Joseph J, I think was the name, who is over here. And if you guys didn't notice that, I was hitting right on the D-pad up in the top right. You guys can see that if you hit right on the D-pad, you can change the missions there. So this is one that we're doing, the Psijic's calling. We're going to come over here. We're going to talk with Joseph J, who is right here.
Yes, can I... I'm indebted.
They talk about getting the seals. So we have to take the Psijic map of Somerset, which I thought we could grab that too.
What are you thinking?
It is right here. Once you have the map, we have to find the auger of the obscure. We're going to go this way. Through this portal, which takes us back out to Artaeum. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think there's nine different things that we need to do here, or 9 portals that we have to find. It says to find the auger. If you hit the touchpad, you can see it's taking us through here. One of the things you can do, because we might just be able to use this waypoint here, we can hit, or I'm sorry, way shrine. We can just hit the options button on the PS5 controller, go down to journal, find the quest, which is this one. You hit square on it, as you can see there at the bottom, it says show on map, and you can see it's going to be in western Corridal. Looks like we do have a way shrine that's pretty close to it, so we're just going to take this way shrine and go there. So these are all the things that I was doing along this storyline. These are the delves I was talking about. And like I said, it was taking way too long. I was like, something's wrong. So I had to look it up, and like I said, I was wrong. So you can see here that we can jump to this way shrine for 84 gold, or what you can do is you can actually come right over here to the way shrine itself. And going from way shrine to way shrine will not cost you anything at all. We just have to find out where that was again. I think it was here in Somerset. Yep, there it is. So there it is. Go ahead and go to that way shrine. It is completely free going from way shrine to way shrine. And then from here we can run over to where it's telling us to go. So we're going to go right over here. Run around the enemies unless you want to fight them. And you can see that there's actually a delve right here somewhere. I saw it on the map. I think it's like a little cave that's probably right in here.
Spare a moment for a question in passing.
In there? I don't know where the delve is here. Oh, you know what? It's probably in the ruins there. Okay, so we don't need to talk with her. We need to go here. Oh, it's this is the delve. Wow, so we're actually doing another delve. Okay. So I'll at least be able to show you guys the sky shards. So sky shards are random in here. Well, they're not random. If you know where it's at, then it's always going to be in that spot. But you're not going to know where it's at until you're close to it, because it'll show up on your compass at the top. So we'll just have to keep an eye out for it while we're running around in here. So let's run over to the entrance, which I think we're already technically inside of it. Yeah. Alright, now if you're Nightblade, you can stealth pass all of these guys. I don't have my cloak ability on right now, so because I am trying to level Soul Trap, we're just gonna run through here. If something attacks us, we're just gonna keep going unless it's like a heavier enemy or something like that. Most of the enemies will follow you quite a ways through the delve, but a lot of them will just go back to the area they were patrolling. Some of them, depending on how far apart they are, they may actually stick with you and keep going, so just be careful with that. And look, there's the sky shard there. You can see it on the little compass. So let's go this way first. It might be up top. Maybe not. Right here somewhere. There it is. So So here is the sky shard. Like I said, we'll grab this first. Any enemies coming? Because we already aggroed some, but maybe they already turned back. So look at that. We got a skill point out of that. Looks like there's something over here. I don't see any chests or anything, so I don't really care. We're going to go back. Alright, so now we're going over to where it says find the auger of the obscure. So we're just going to run all the way over there. Try to avoid as many of these mobs as we can. If you're trying to level while doing this, go ahead and fight the mobs. Poop. I think we need to be up top. Go ahead and fight the mobs if you want. Just be careful. Take your time. Just about everything in the game. I'm not saying everything. I'm just saying just about everything in the game is soloable. If you know what you're doing, or if you're careful, just take your time. Now, if you are in the same area that I am, same levels I am, if you're past 15, you do have that second skill bar that we haven't went over yet. You can, oh, and we actually didn't have to come up here. You can equip a resto staff, that way you have yourself some heals, or nobody's coming, or you can go to your skill tree, you can go down to your Fighters Guild, which is right here. Nope, not Fighters Guild. Who is it? I could have swore it was Fighters Guild. Do we not have it yet? Oh, it's this. You can go down to your Alliance War, which is what we got out of Cyrodiil, the PvP area. You can go down to here and you can equip this. It is a heal. It is a very good heal, but it does cost stamina, not magicka. If you want, I would say go ahead and equip it. That way you can start unlocking the passives for this too. That's actually not a bad idea. Because, so we have 8 points. We're going to go ahead and do this. This is mainly for increasing your weapon and spell damage, but only on, or only when you have a lumber mill farm or a mine or a keep captured. But it also gains major gallop at all times, increasing your mount speed. So we'll go ahead and do that passive to get more mount speed, and then we'll do vigor here, and I'll actually put this here. So now we have a new healing spell. You can see this is what it looks like. There you go. And it does take a little bit of stamina, but we're a magicka character at the moment, so most of the stuff we're going to be doing is going to be taking magic, so that will actually help us to kind of balance out there a bit. Because I do believe we're about to do a boss fight here. I don't even think it's here. I think it's past here. I think it's on the other side over there. Yeah, it's over here.
Seals. Fond of winged snakes and soggy chests. Noted.
Okay.
Fleshy, thick-thumbed biped. Hello. You're an elf, right? Or is it a man? I'm sorry. I have some difficulty telling you people apart. You're much less blue than the others. In color, I mean, not disposition. Anyway, what can I do for you?
I think this is the skull that's talking.
Josiah. Josiah.
Josiah. I thought it was
Wait, you're talking about that jittery mage I tricked into freeing me, right? Oh, she's a delight. I had hoped for a longer holiday. Can only manage a leap like this once a century after all. I will. I'm actually quite comfortable here, mate. Cozy accommodations, the transliminal tones of the ocean waves, gangly meat brains to mock. But I guess I should be going. These elves plan to sell me. Can you imagine? I'll help you. On one condition. When we're done sewing up these chronosymphonic when we're done sewing up these time breaches, you'll let me wander the Mundus in peace. No more dim-witted Psijics peppering me with questions. No more dusty shells. You have a deal? Right. So, should we get going, or...?
Yep, you can ask questions if you want. We're just gonna hit let's get moving.
So, where to? I assume you've got a map or something?
Okay, so now we can look at the map. Now
so,
this is...
you know where we're going now, right? Good. You take me to a time breach, and I'll help you spot it. Huh. This bag's a bit snug, eh?
So this is obviously the map of Somerset. You may or may not recognize it. I do, just because I've been all over it. So we need to go to those X's and we need to start closing those. I don't know if we have to do all of them in order to get the Psijic skill line. I think as soon as we go back to... Well, first we need to get back to Somerset. But I don't know if they give it to us before even doing that, or if we have to do all 9. We may have to do all 9. So hopefully this doesn't last another 2.5 hours. In fact, let's use our mount here. Oh, we can't mount because we're still inside of the delve. And we actually already have the what's it called, the sky shard. So what I'm gonna do, I would not suggest doing this if you're trying to save money. What I'm gonna do though is I'm just gonna teleport back. We're gonna go right here. Once again, it's gonna cost us 84, so we're gonna hit X again, and there we go. Let's give him a minute to look at his little star chart here, figure out where we're going. Nice little loading screen, and then boom, we are back in Somerset. Boom, back in Somerset, like I said. So now we have to open up the map and find these areas. It looks like there's probably one right down in this area right here somewhere. Right here. Because if you look at the map, which I don't even know... Oh, actually, yeah. So this is, I just logged on, so we're going to do our daily reward real quick too. And then let's go ahead and open up those crates.
Greetings, my good friend.
Open.
An excellent selection. Choose a reward.
Experience scroll. I don't want that. That doesn't matter. And I don't want that.
See, you are out of crates.
So we can hit circle.
You can always purchase more.
Go to gem extraction.
There are many
get rid of this.
rewards that a crate could contain. In the gem store, you can see this magnificent selection and even buy rewards with the gems you collect.
There we go.
Goodbye, my friend.
Alright, so... Oh, let's see if we can find the map. Let's unmark that real quick. Slottable items. That's not it. And it's none of those. Where would the map be? Quest items. There we go. Assign. We'll put it right there. So now we can just use, whoops. That is the back bar. Now we can just pull this up. There we go. Yeah, so it looks like it is down on the bottom left past that road a bit. So probably a little more south than that. Like right by, I don't know if that's water or cheese. So on PS5, it's probably easier on PC. On PS5, on any console, basically, when you're trying to highlight something, it's going to pull your marker to the closest item there. So when I let go, it automatically pulls it back over there. Don't get me wrong, if you're way down here, it's not going to pull it anywhere. But because we're so close to one, it thinks we're trying to highlight that. So I have to kind of move over slightly, and there we go. Alright, now we can use our mount because we're not in the thing anymore. And look at that. That does feel a little bit faster. We got that 30 extra speed boost from the passive that we're using. So let's just run all the way over here. And the skulls should talk to us and tell us how to open up the portal, or how to close it, or how to spot it, whatever.
Reach nearby. I don't know why you're so intent on sealing them. Linear time is so overrated. Just imagine, you could die before you were even born. Wait, that's horrifying, isn't it? I'm sorry.
So he's already telling us there's a breach nearby, and it doesn't say where it's at. So we're gonna hit X to use the auger. I don't know what that does for us. Oh, I think that's just showing where the breach actually is, like, so that we can actually see it. Yeah, it's up there. Okay, I guess we'll go back this way. There's a lot of mobs over here. I was hoping we could go around, but I mean, it's not like a whole bunch, but just gotta be careful here. I think yeah, we're good. Come up here. Come on, get up there. Get up there. Did I just aggro you, little thing? No. Okay. Alright, come over here. Seal the time breach. There we go. 1 of 9. I don't think we have to do anything with that. One of the other things I probably talked about before, but didn't do anything with them. I just pointed them out, but now that we changed the video, I'm going to point them out again real quick. So if you're seeing it again, I do apologize. First of all, that right there was a heavy sack. If you ever see heavy sacks, pick them up. They're usually crafting goods. But that wasn't what I was talking about. So this here, the skull with the cross swords behind it, that is a world boss. They are soloable, but they're hard. So you can't always solo them. It just depends on your level and your skill line, or not skill line, your skill in general. Not your skill in the game, but your skill of the game. So if you're not good at the game, you probably can't solo it. You might just be too low of a level as well. Like maybe you don't have enough health, maybe you don't have the right item slotted, something like that. But that is a world boss. You can go and do it. I would suggest turning everything white, the way that we turned these delves white after we did them. And then same thing with this here. This is what they call an anchor. This one is it's a different type of anchor, but nonetheless it is an anchor. It looks like the little swirl that you see there on the top of the compass. Normally you can see something in the sky coming from it. This one probably not so much. I'm trying to get up to a higher point, but I can't even jump up there because the way the characters jump in this game is weird. And there actually might be an invisible wall there because for some reason my character keeps turning to face the other way. But anyway, so that is an anchor there. There are also world events. Every now and then one will open, a whole bunch of enemies will come out. You can go and kill all the enemies and get some decent XP from them. But let's look at the map again. Let's try to find the next one. So it looks like the next one is going to be in the water. We're just going to go straight up from that bottom one. And then we'll circle around going clockwise. So the next one is going to be right up here in the water, right about there. So let's mount up and let's take off again. Trying to remember if I pointed anything out when I was doing the other video, because we did go through a lot of stuff, but most of it was just the storyline. The storyline for this part of the game was actually pretty funny. It's very unique compared to other games, I will say, if you have a chance to do it. Let's go ahead and get this trove right here. So we do have stolen items on us now, but that dagger is probably worth a lot, honestly, and it actually might have a skill that we don't have on it. Let me take a look here. It does. Wisdom of Vanisset. That looks really good. 1344 maximum magicka, 157 magicka recovery, another 1344 max, and then 121 spell damage. After completing a fully charged heavy attack, you gain major mending for 5 seconds, increasing your healing done for 16%. This duration is increased with each rank of the Restoration Staff passive of its Essence Drain when using a Restoration Staff. That's crazy. That's actually really good. It's it seems like a really decent PvE set or a nice PvP set. The only reason I say nice PvP set is because it'll help you sustain your magicka, but it really doesn't do too much towards the damage aspect that you need in PvP, in my opinion. So let's just keep going. And our vigor increase, that is our healing spell that we had.
You're going to love this one. I'm seeing a tiny island surrounded by... It's either water or cats. Difficult to say. Let's hope it's the cats, eh?
Yeah, it's probably not the cats. Can we swim from here? I think we have to go around the other way. This is going to hurt us, but we're going to try to swim. Oh, I tried jumping. Okay, no slaughterfish, so I think we're good. I also probably need to drastically repair my armor. I did die a few times just trying to run through things. I did try to speed through it for you guys. It was very painful to do so because I left a lot of stuff behind. And it's even more painful now that I know that I should have probably got that stuff, because the stuff I left behind didn't even matter. Like, I shouldn't even been there for doing this. So, I think that's a portal there, but we should probably... I guess it's already using it when it jumped. That's probably why I didn't jump correctly. Yeah, it looks like it's it there. Yep. Okay, got that one. So now we are going to go... Looks like that lake up there. So right about here. No, come on. Right there. Alright, let's get out of the water first, because if we go into any deep water, it's going to dismount us anyway. So let's get out of the water first before we mount up. The crazy thing is, one of the passives for the Argonians is that you can swim, I think it's like 10 or 15% faster. There's not much swimming in the game, really. Like, not enough to make a difference. So... I don't know why they left that as... I mean, I get it. It's from Skyrim, basically, because I think it was the same in Skyrim, but a passive in this part of the... or in this game period doesn't do anything for you. Oh, we're by a boss somewhere. I don't want to fight the boss. I think he's to the left there on the other side of that rock, probably. You're not the boss, right? No.
You know, coral's just weird sack animal bones, right? So this is a bit like a cemetery, I guess. You do not want to know what their ghosts look like. Old cheese. I'll leave it at that.
Okay, got 3. Next one is going to be over in this area somewhere. Okay. So up here. Right there. See, and you have to be careful with this, because now that I marked this boss, I didn't kill the boss, but I marked him. It's not going to count as me ever killing them, but it is white, so I'll have to remember that I still need to come back and actually kill this boss. Because you'll still want to do everything in the area, like it counts towards like achievements and stuff, and you get different things for doing different achievements. Like you can get some dyes, you can get what's it called? There's costumes that you can get, there's titles you can get. It just depends on the type of thing that you did, like the type of achievement that you did, which I honestly don't remember what you get for killing bosses, but I do want to try to do as much as possible in this game, so I'll just have to remember that I never actually killed this boss. Alright, we need to go to the right. Oh, let's get back to the road. Oh, jeez, can we make it? Can I go up there? No. It's not letting me jump. There it goes. Another trove here. Thieves' trove. think that's what that is. Yep. Oh, it's a Thieves Guild dead drop. I don't know what that is. Character bind on pickup museum piece. Okay, I'm not sure what that is. Probably triggered something that I have no idea what that was, but we're gonna hang on to it if I can even get up there. All right, now let's mount up and let's go across the map.
Hail, mighty
and it looks like there is a way shrine over here, so we're gonna unlock this way shrine right here. There we go. And then keep heading towards the thing we need to unlock. Don't attack me. Nope. Nope, not fighting you. I don't want to fight any of you. Just let me through. Nope, you either. Let's get on the road over here. Oh, poop. Are we going to be able to get through here? We need to go around here. Oh, I can't go over that. Yeah, so trials are like your bigger dungeons. That's a symbol that I just showed you, the little, I guess it's like a gate mouth thing with the skull on top and the little plus sign. Those I think you need like 4 to 5 people with. You can try it by yourself, and it's definitely possible if you're like doing the whole min-max thing and you're like actually, you know, doing the whole meta thing with your character. I'm not saying you have to do the meta, but at this point in time, because the game's been out so long, it's probably the best thing to do. But I mean, there's new builds that are figured out all the time, better ones, so maybe you'll be one of the people to figure out a new and better build. I would say explore whatever you think is fun for you, and just go for it. Don't play the game, like I said before, don't play the game the way someone else wants you to play it just because they're saying it's higher DPS or something like that. Maybe there's one little key thing that you might do that they're not doing, and whatever build you have might be higher DPS than theirs. You never know unless you try it. And that would kill me. Just trying to figure out if that was too far of a drop or not. It looks like it is.
Seeking a sip of fine Russifeld red.
And so you've seen how we were just riding around. I've used Vigor once just to show you guys what it looks like, but I haven't really used it in battle, and we're already at like Vigor 2 with it. If you guys are trying to level a certain skill tree, skill line, or even a skill itself, make sure that you guys either equip it or at least have it on your back bar, something to that effect. The more you use it, the faster it'll level. If you at least have it equipped, it'll level on its own just from you getting XP. The reason why that leveled, even though we're not doing anything, is because we're riding around and we're exploring different zones that we haven't been to yet. And every time you explore a new zone, you do get XP for it. So the XP went towards Vigor since I have Vigor equipped. So eventually, it will get higher and higher, and it will max out its level on its own just from me having it equipped, whether I'm using it or not.
So. What a fine place for a breach. All sorts of ghastly things happened here. I can tell you that. I'd shudder if I had shoulders. I'm kidding, of course. Mortal fear is hilarious.
Okay, where is this at? I think I hear it. Unless I'm just picking up some kind of background noise. I don't know if it's actually inside of there or if it's out here somewhere. Man, I really don't see anything out here. But I don't know how far it would render in the distance very clearly. Down there somewhere. Did I just aggro him? No, he's just making weird noises. Okay, let's see if we can pinpoint it a little bit better. So, can't really zoom in on this map. I think it's more about right there. No, there. No. Jeez. There. So let's go up and inside, I think. I don't know if we have to actually go through that gate or not. I would think not, but I don't know. It does have a thing up there saying, well, actually it says time breach. It actually shows the little arrow. Okay. So it is up there. So, I guess this way?
Did you hear that weeping again? Oh, I've had enough of this place.
Alright, where to go? Where to go? There it is. Here we go. Alright, there's number 4. So number 5 looks like it is by that river where it kind of turns into a lake. So, oh look, there's a sky shard there. It's right about there. So we'll grab that sky shard as well. So let's get out of here. And shortcut. It's gonna hurt, but it shouldn't kill us. The way that we came from originally. I think it was up this way. And let's go down here because it does look like it's going to end up needing us to come down, and I'd rather take a spot where we know we can go down than running forward and seeing that there's only a cliff to go to. Keep in mind, this quest is going to go a lot faster for you guys because I do stop for things like that. And then I'm also explaining stuff to you guys, so I'll stop and, you know, talk about something or, you know, something along that line.
Said he's a bit gaudy, eh? At least by mortal standards. Where I come from, this would be a little more than a prevy. I'm kidding, of course. Ellen Keys, where I come from.
Alright, sky shard first. I can hear something. Oh, I think it's just waterfalls. Hey, look. Come on. Oh, come on. There we go. And it doesn't matter if you get the sky shards now or not. you'll eventually come back to this area if you're just going and doing the normal quests. So you guys can always grab them later. The reason why I'm grabbing them now is because I just want to cut time out of the game later for me. And then on top of that, is it up there? I don't know if this water is going to hurt us or not. I didn't mean the water is going to hurt us, but I didn't know if the fall, like if it was deep enough. But on top of that, I'm also trying to get extra skill points along the way. So I would suggest doing it, but obviously, like I said, you guys don't have to. Hey, look at that. We got some well-fitted feet there. Ooh, and we are full. Okay. Let's see if we can do this before someone steals our stuff again. Look at that. We have a poison. Let's get rid of that. There we go. Perfect. Alright. Okay. I thought I could swim through the waterfall, but I guess not. I really hope it's not up there. Oh, it's right here. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Alright, 4 more to go. Let's get out of here. Alright, so next one is above the lake there on the bottom. So a little bit above the lake, about right. Oh, come on. Right. Come on. Ah. If, where I want to put it, that's when it starts to pull. Oh, I hate this. Yeah, I wonder if you could turn that off. I've never actually checked on that. Alright, so we're off target a little bit, but that's fine. At least we got the general area. Oh, I'm curious if you can turn that off. There's got to be a way to turn that off. It's probably called like snap to icon or something like that in the settings. Snap to map icons or something. I'll have to look into that. Is that it? I'm not gonna lie, that is super annoying to me. I mean, I get it's there to help, but it frustrates me more than anything. And then if I don't like it, you know, I can always turn it back off. Or turn it back on, I guess, because I would be turning it off.
More ruins. You know, every stone tells a story.
Let's go
I mean
ahead
that
and
literally, by the way.
activate this.
That wall over there won't shut up about how much it hates rain. Let's find this bridge and get out of here.
Somewhere in this area. Sorry, I was looking at the griffin and all the dead stuff up there. Alright, and we were off target behind us, so we need to go this way some, I think. Sorry, this way some. No, that way some. Up towards the griffin. It's probably up there in those ruins. I'm really surprised that that thing did not just attack us. Yeah, I think it's up here somewhere. Actually, you can see the marker now, so it's right up there. Come on. And then jump! Hey, made it. Oh, I will take that. Thank you. There we go. 6 of 9. Let's empty out a little bit more inventory if we can. We can learn that. We can learn that. These that didn't even open. We could technically start throwing away those, but we're not going to. Look at that. We have 2 pieces of that Von Ooze set, because we have that dagger and we have this. I wonder if we have anything else from it that I haven't been paying attention to. Alright, next one. next one is going to be down, it looks like a town. So like right below that waypoint, right there. No, there. General area. There is also a delve to the south of us right now that we could technically go to and get the not the way shrine, the sky shard in there, but we're not going to do that. Like I said, you guys want to go ahead and do that. Play the game how you want. Like I said, I'm not telling you how to play the game. I'm just not going to at this point in time. But if you guys come across a delve and you guys want to go and do it, go for it. Obviously, you know, like we technically, in my opinion, we still haven't even technically started playing the game yet. Like we're just running around and getting ready to play the game. And then once again, you don't have to do any of this before even starting the game. You can play it however you want. You don't want to get any of the skill lines, go for it. Games will be a little bit hard for you. If you don't get any of them, you know, naturally you'll get the ones you start with, like whatever you equip, things like that. But if you don't run around and do some of these other ones, it is going to be a little bit harder for you guys.
Lotus, where are you, precious?
But you also don't have to come as early on as I did to come and get them. Like I came super early, you will come across this stuff naturally on your own. Like the game will bring you to them. And then some of them, like this one and the... I don't know if I think the Undaunted might not be for DLC, but I think this one is. But honestly, if you're just now getting into the game and you bought like the Necron pack, it probably came with all the DLCs. And then the next... Well, Necron was probably extra because it was a newer one. And then the next one is going to be new to the Gold Coast. Or Gold Road, sorry. What am I doing here? Okay, so now out to the island out there. Right about there. Ugh. You can. I think you can actually get that thing as a mount. I don't even know what it is. I don't remember what they're called. Nope. It's a big nope. Big nope-a-dope. And see, this is where on my other character as well that I went for stamina with the mount, because your mount does lose its stamina fairly quick. But my other character was also a stamina character, so it benefited me either way. Alright, I'm assuming this is the island here.
A breach near the sea. Ah, I do love the ocean. It's a shame you can only see it in 3 dimensions.
On the backside, so we're not even gonna hit X yet.
Endless number
wait
forms.
till we get to that backside.
Actually,
over there where it's at.
I take it back. Your meat brain would explode if you saw this.
Probably there where this gazebo thing is.
Well, someone had to kill her. The raider didn't just up and die at the tender age of 28.
That's a storyline waiting to happen.
You fat netch. You're just as likely the one that killed her.
I did this then?
I wonder if they're going to go through that again when I actually decide to do that
This
storyline.
is going nowhere. We'll never find the treasure if we keep killing each other.
Am I too far from it? Did I mark the wrong spot? Oh, one of the anchors activated. Oh, it's more towards the center. I marked the wrong spot. It's about right there. Up there more. I marked way close to me. It's up top in this area. It's gotta be. Doesn't look like I can get up anywhere here though. Oh look, it's right here. Don't aggro, don't aggro. Ah, poop. Ah, I got it though. Suck it. Okay. Oh, Nern root. I don't even remember what this does. Alright, so the last one that we need is down there. So the way that I look at the map, you see the road that's going across the map there? How it arches up kind of above the X, but then it also dips down. That's what I look for, marks like that, and then I kind of try to line it up. So if we look at the actual map, you can see there's the arc, and then it dips back down, so then you go straight down, and it's like right there. Which is crazy because it doesn't show the river on the map. And it looks like this this anchor over here activated, but it might already be closed because I don't see the swords behind it. Yeah, someone already closed it. Or it closed on its own. Did it just open again? It did. Whatever, we're not doing it. I will show you guys anchors in another video. They're also known as dolmens. I don't know why they're called dolmens. I think that has to do with the lore, like the actual name of them. There's nothing but cliffs here, so I don't know how far do I have to run to get around this. There's also a way shrine up ahead. Let's grab the way shrine. Thank you. And then looks like we need to keep following the road, I guess. Yeah, we'll go through here, I guess. I don't know if this is the right way to go. Nah, it doesn't really lead us anywhere. Just came out the other side. Hey! Thank you. I will explain those treasure maps too. You guys probably seen them in my inventory. I'll explain those once we actually start doing them. Which, since this is the last skill line, obtainable at the moment, then maybe I'll do that in the next video. Go over the treasure maps. What I can do is I can talk to you guys about 3 other skill lines that are obtainable, but it depends on you and how... One of them depends on how good you are at the game, honestly, or how much time you at least spend in it.
I hear a breach nearby.
And then the other 2 depend on the type of character you want.
Sounds like a swarm of bees bouncing around
when you're in Cyrodiil,
sleigh bells. It's sort of like that racket bards make.
Waiting for it to stop talking. Oh, I don't want to tell you. There's also a way shrine over there. When you're in Cyrodiil, you can actually become an emperor in Cyrodiil. In order for you to do that, you have to have like the most alliance points or something. I honestly don't remember. So if anyone does know, please correct me. But you basically have to come out as #1 in the PvP area that you're in. Like I said, I don't remember what all falls in you being able to do that or how to become the first one. I think it just has to do with the alliance points inside of Cyrodiil. If you do max those out and you do become emperor, so to speak, you actually get an emperor skill line. From my understanding, it has great passives, everything else. There's even a couple of actual skills that you get from it, but you have to at least become emperor once in Cyrodiil. I have never gotten that skill line, probably never will, but once you have it, you have it. You don't have to like stay emperor or anything. That's it. Alright, so now we can go and talk to the lore master. So we can go back to, well, first let's go grab that. Actually, we can grab this way shrine and then we can just teleport back. The other two skill lines is the werewolf and the vampire skill line. There's an easy way to, I don't know if the vampire is the same. I've never been a vampire myself. The easy way to do the werewolf one is find someone else who's a werewolf and they have something called, I think it's called like a blood moon bite or something like that. What is this? Whose horse is this? Hello? What's going on? Is this someone's, no, because mounts don't stay out when you dismount them. This is probably a quest or something. Anyway, they have like this thing called Blood Moon Bite or something like that. Once you get the bite, you can actually give it to friends or anyone of your choosing. They just have to meet you at a certain area in the game and you can go and get the bite. The other thing is, like I said, the vampire. The vampire and the werewolf, if you don't have the friend with the werewolf bite, they both do have quest lines for you to become a vampire or a werewolf. You can always try them because there are cures for both of them. There's also multiple ways to cure them. You can either just buy the cure from a mage, that I think he's like part of the Mages Guild, or you can actually go through a quest to do the cure yourself, which will not cost you anything and you'll actually get loot from it. But I don't remember how much the cure is if you buy it from the mage. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, those are the three quest lines. So you have the Emperor, the Werewolf, and the Vampire. And I think
Welcome back,
this should give us the one for the Psijic Order. Are we done? Did we do it?
Thank good. The most valuable gift. Knowledge. First-rate work. Our seers detected more of these Yes.
Cool.
Well, not
okay. So now that we have the Psijic Order one, skills, go to, there it is. You can see it's under guilds. Go to Psijic Order, and you can see this one actually has really good ones. There's a lot of stuff in here you guys may want to take a look at. I kind of want meditate, honestly, just for the PvE side of things. But you can see there, focus your body and your mind into a meditative state, healing for 1200 health and restoring 1200 magicka and stamina every 1 second. You stay in the meditative state until you toggle this ability off or until you are interrupted. Now, interrupted means you have to be hit with a heavy attack, if I'm not mistaken. It's not just them just tapping you or whatever. But yeah, so there is some pretty cool stuff in here, especially the ultimate is pretty cool as well. So step backwards in time, resetting your health, magicka, and stamina, and position to what they were 4 seconds ago. So say you're jumping off a cliff, something, you can actually reset time and it will actually pull you back to the top of the cliff. Things like that. But it does have a pretty cool skill line. I do like that one. For now, what we can do, because that is the end of the video there, but I want to show you guys, if you're still interested, if you're sticking around for a second. If you're not, at least hit the like, hit the subscribe. Thanks for watching. This video did take me a long time, mainly because I was hitting all the wrong stuff. But nonetheless, it still did take me a long time. So hit the subscribe, hit the like button, and leave a comment if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns. Other than that, if you're sticking around for a second, let me try to find one of those, the things that we've been picking up, the little runes that you'll see, because it does, oh, you know what? We also need to get rid of some more items. Let's check our inventory real quick here. So, okay, we can get rid of this. Get rid of that. So when you do find a rune and you pick it up, if you stand around for a bit, I don't know how long exactly, it will also show, or not show, it'll give you a, what's it called? It'll give you oh, I can't even think straight because I'm trying to do this at the same time. It'll open up a little portal for you to grab stuff out of. And the portals actually do have some pretty good stuff in them. So that's why I'm emptying out the inventory here just a tiny bit first. Because it will give us extra items. I don't know how much it's going to give us, so that's why I'm trying to get rid of as much of this as possible. Okay. So, let's see if we can find a rune real quick. And those runes, or the portals that are left after the runes are picked up, if the people don't have the Psijic Order skill line unlocked, they won't even be able to see them. Like you guys seen all the ones I picked up, I'm sure it left all kinds of portals. Hey, here's one right here. So it left all kinds of portals, but I couldn't see them because I didn't have the skill line. Now that we have the skill line, we're just going to wait around for a second here. I'm not sure, like I said, how long it takes. Can I kill you? Hey. I feel bad. Do I have to... Is it a skill that I need? A passive, maybe. See the unseen. The insight you have gained from Psijic Order grants you the vision of the spiritual world. You can now interact with rifts all throughout Tamriel. Clairvoyance. That's not it. No. No. And... no. Because the only bad thing is, I don't know if it is a, if it's every single rune or if it's only certain runes that it does it with. And I don't know how long it takes. So, give me a second, I'll be back and we'll see if it actually spawns in or not. Alright guys, so here we are at the next one. So I looked it up, it says it only has a chance of spawning them. So I still don't know exactly how long it takes for them to spawn in, but I waited at the other one for quite a bit and nothing ever came up, so I just kind of ran off. Looks like nothing at this one either. Yeah, let me go see if I can find one that will spawn one in. Alright, so here we go guys. I actually ran up on this one. This is like number 3, but I didn't pick up the thing. It looks like someone else might have though. Let's see what's in here. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Free. Free, guys, just for getting this. And whoever picked up the thing must not have the Psijic Order skill line yet because they left it. Or maybe it just takes forever to spawn in and they didn't want to wait. But we got a lead, we got 2 blue items, and we got some stuff that the rune would normally give you anyway. Let's run back over to the first 2 spots, just to see if anything spawned in on those. Just real quick. Look at that, there's the first one. This is the first spot where we have one. So we'll grab this too. Look at that, another blue item. And then the other one was up top up here. Right. Poop. It's right here somewhere. I think it was like right here or right here. Alright, so let's wait around a second because it did take me a minute standing at the last one and then I circled around to come up here. I don't know, like I said, I don't know if the portals always spawn. I read that you just have a higher chance the further along your skill line is. But obviously that first one, when we came back to it, still had one. But I guess there could have been another rune that spawned in, and then maybe another another person picked up the rune. Because I'm not seeing the one here. I think it was right here. It was somewhere right here. Was it over here? No, it was definitely up here. I just don't know exactly where. Somewhere around this tree, I think. Alright, but at least you guys know. Either way, you know what the portals look like. You know that they spawn after someone picks up a rune, or after you pick up the rune. You just have to wait a bit. I'll try to find out exactly how long you have to wait for those. But other than that, like I said, if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know down in the comment section. Thank you all for joining me. I do apologize for the extra long video today. Once again, it's an MMO. All the videos are probably going to be very long with the way I do my editing, because I like to show a lot of the stuff. Obviously, I'm still edit out as much as possible, but I do like to show a lot of the stuff. Show you, you know, where I'm running, how long it's taking, things like that. Because a lot of times people make a video and they'll make it seem like, oh, it's only going to take you 5 minutes. And then you play and you're like, man, how do I still not have this yet? And it's been like 10 hours. It's because they cut out too much of it and you have no idea what's going on. All they did was tell you had to do the storyline. So I want to show you guys that obviously you had to go and find all 9 of those portals first, which took about an hour. So yeah. But thanks again, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.